The international community focuses on Israel. Everybody is asking, what is a settlement? I want to show it to you. This is what you're normally being shown. Some containers in the middle of nowhere, some desert land. Some of the settlements developed into little towns with several thousand inhabitants, like for example Ariel or Givat Ze'ev, or we have here Ma'ale Adumim, which is at the eastern front of Jerusalem. Ma'ale Adumim was built on the eastern part of Jerusalem after 1973, the Yom Kippur War, when the Israeli leadership understood that there is no barrier for the Jordanian army to attack Jerusalem. So Ma'ale Adumim really had a defensive significance. We have to understand why Jews live where they live. Will it be for, or might it be for life quality reasons, or might it be for ideological reasons, that they came here because they believe in the Bible and say we want to stay here, or may it be for historical reasons? If we see here Jerusalem, we have to understand, for example, down here in Wadi Juz, there lived Jews throughout all the millennia. I personally know a Jewish man who was born in the 1930s, long before the State of Israel was founded, down here in Wadi Juz. And you have not just here in Jerusalem, in the Old City, in Silwan down, but also in Tiberias, in Tzfat. If you go into the so-called occupied territories in Nablus, in Shechem, in Jericho, in Gaza, in other places, you had always Jews living there. Finally, we are on a hill overlooking Jerusalem and Ramallah. On this hill, actually, King Saul, the predecessor of King David, had his capital. And later on, King Hussein tried to build here a palace, and then the Six-Day War kind of interrupted his efforts. We oversee the whole Jerusalem area. We see Jerusalem, we see Ramallah, and in between. If we start in the south, we see where the old city is and the city center of modern West Jerusalem. And if I go to the right, we see Ramot, and behind it, Mevaseret Zion even. And there is the tomb of Samuel. We all see this from the center of Beit Hanina. We go further to the north, we see the city center of Ramallah, and before it, just in front of it, we see Atarot, which is today an industrial area, the old Jerusalem airport, and behind Ramallah we see Psagot, and to the right, further to the east, we see Neve Yaakov and Pisgat Ze'ev. So, you may choose according to what you want to say, according to your ideology, whether there are 60,000 settlers beyond the fence, the wall, or whether you have, according to Israeli definition, something like 400 settlers beyond the green line, or if you take the European definition of what is occupied territory, you have between 150,000 and 1 million settlers. That would be 10% of the Israeli population that the international community wants to relocate.